I mean it when I say that without this skill, I will not have anything that I have today. And the skill that I'm talking about is actually the ability to ask for help. So I want to make a quick video today and talk about why I believe asking for help is the ultimate skill to master as an expat in Japan. A few weeks ago, 1 second, gotta fix something. I invested. All right. A few weeks ago, I was at an event, and some guy came to me, and he was asking me what I would qualify as being the most important skill as an expat business owner in Japan. And my answer to him was the ability to ask for help. And he was kind of laughing. He thought I was joking, but then I elaborated to him my perspective, and he told me it was quite interesting. So I decided to make this video, and in this video, I basically want to explain to you why I believe asking for help is the ultimate skill to master. I also want to explain why I believe most people just are terrible at it. And then I want to give you a few tactical tips to just, get better at it and hopefully help you to achieve your goals here in Japan. But anyway, at 22, I decided to drop out of college. But yeah, I was pretty lost, and I had addiction problems as well. I was drinking quite a bit, and other stuff, like pretty much in big troubles as a young man. And one day I went to my parents, told them that I really had to kind of change everything, and we got to the conclusion that it was time for me to just pack my stuff and go live abroad. Decided to go to live in Canada for a year, and when I arrived in Canada, that's where I had no choice. I really had to ask for help because I was completely lost. Like, I barely spoke English. I was a child, like, honestly, it's pretty crazy to say, but at 22, I was still very much a child. And I developed that skill to just ask for help and explain to people why I need help, like how lost I am. Fast forward, I lived a couple of years in Australia, same thing. You arrive, you're new there. You need a job, you need help, just ask for help all the time. But then in Japan, that's where things got really, really interesting, because I started to realize how powerful this is. And I arrived in Japan about around 5-6 years ago now. And I went from arriving here, spent about a year to just kind of, do some random jobs here and there and learn a bit the language as well. But overall, I fast forward my career in like 5 years by literally just getting so much help. I cannot stretch enough how little I will have in my life if I didn't receive all the help that I have received. I keep receiving so much help, and I really hope that through this video people start realizing that it's time to ask for more help. Don't try to achieve stuff on your own. You're just not supposed to. Let me now explain to you why I believe asking for help is a skill. There are 5 reasons. Number one is that asking for help takes self-awareness, and self-awareness is, in my opinion, the first step to actually accomplish something and to grow, right? It takes a lot of, I guess, practice and honesty to be able to say, oh, I am limited here and I need help. To me, that is a skill. Being able to evaluate yourself and evaluate yourself short is a skill. So number 2, it requires strategy. It's not just about finding out that you need help. You also have to figure out who is actually the best person and who is the most well positioned to help you. Number 3 is, I guess, it builds emotional skills and it teaches you to network, right? So, like, again, you have to be very conscious of respecting people's time, and you have to be as efficient as possible. If you spend some time with someone in order to get help, you are supposed to kind of respect their time and also show them that you're actually listening, right? So again, it is a skill in my opinion. Number 4, it improves your communication. So by asking help, you will actually get better and better at asking it efficiently. By that, improving your communication skills. Number 5, it's probably one of the most important ones in my opinion, coming from someone that, like I said, when I was 22, I had absolutely no confidence, is that asking for help, that might sound counterintuitive, but asking for help will build up your confidence. There is something so powerful to be able to go to someone and just say, hey, I don't know how to do this. Can you help me? You will start realizing that it's just not about winning, but just moving forward. And there's no shame in asking for help. Okay, let me now explain to you why I believe most people don't perceive it as a skill. 1, it feels like you're weak. It feels like you're failing, even though it's actually a sign of strength. Like being able to go to someone and say, hey, I don't know how to do this, I'm lost, I need your help, is, in my opinion, an absolute strength. I think the whole concept in general about being independent is completely screwed, right? Like, because you're not supposed to achieve stuff on your own. Like, there's like this, what's called, like, as a child, you're dependent, then you become independent, and to succeed, you're supposed to be, I think, interdependent, or like, I don't know, there's something there. I read it somewhere. Anyway, try to sound smart. It didn't work. But you get what I'm saying, right? Like, you're just not supposed to do it on your own. So thinking that, oh, I'm weak because I have to ask for help. I don't know how we got there, honestly. Like, again, I thought that way before living abroad, but I'm pretty sure that's not how things are supposed to work. Number two, it seems simple. Like, people think that by asking for help, they're kind of, I guess, cheating. I don't know. It's like, oh, but it doesn't feel right. Like, I'm supposed to do this myself. And it's like, no, you're supposed to just make progress into your journey. And nobody will ever look at you and be like, oh, but you're successful at this because you asked for help. Or, like, nobody cares. Another one, quite related to the previous, to the first one, is overall, it's scary to admit that you don't know something, right? Looking ignorant. It took me a while to understand that you're not supposed to be the smartest person in the room, because if you are the smartest person in the room, you're definitely in the wrong room. I have grown so much in those past years by simply surrounding myself with people that make me feel stupid. It's freaking crazy the amount of growth that I experienced by simply surrounding myself with people that I'm intimidated by. And yeah, I embrace it. I love it. It's amazing. Highly recommend this. The fourth one is that people simply don't think in terms of saving time. They try to think about achieving goals. But to me, all I care about is saving time. Like, if there's a problem to solve and I know someone can help me solve it faster, I genuinely don't want to figure it out how to solve the problem. I want to figure out how that person's going to help me solve the problem. Because all I care about is time. How quickly can I get to the next level? And so I think people overall don't perceive it that way. They don't understand the cost of not asking for help. Okay, right now I just want to be a little bit more, I guess, tactical and give some actionable advice. So the first one that I will give to people when it comes to asking for help is just be super clear when you ask for help. Know exactly what you need and explain it, and don't beat around the bush. Just straight tell the person, hey, I believe you can help me with XYZ, and you will help me save so much time. And if there's a way for me to pay back the favor, let me know right away. Number two, ask the right people. Like, one of the biggest mistakes I made in the beginning of my entrepreneurial journey was to ask for business advice to people who never had ran businesses. And as stupid as this may sound, I think it's quite a common mistake. Like, I think it's tempting to ask to the people you feel comfortable with. It's tempting to ask to people that know you well for help. But here's the thing, most of the times they're probably not going to be qualified. If you truly want to elevate your game, they're often not going to be qualified. And so, it's the same as like advice is free, treat it as such. Like, the amount of advice I receive from people about how I should run my business that never ran a business, I'll still listen because, it's free, but I will treat it as such. And so the other, advice I'll really give here is like, ask the right people. Like, be very careful about who you ask for help to. And the third one, which I think is the one that has helped me the most attract more help and more support, is that if you're someone out there who's gonna help me, like, let's say I call you or I reach out to you on LinkedIn or whatever, and I ask for help, you will give me maybe 20-30 minutes of your time. I will be extremely precise in what I ask, and as soon as we're done with our call, I'll probably follow up with you with a message to thank you and to show you the action plans that I will go through after our call that are precisely related to everything you said to me. And during the next days, next weeks, I will send updates to that person. That being like, if they recommend me a book, the same day I will buy the book, I will send a picture that I bought the book, and I will send them what I learned from the book once I'm done reading. If they recommend me to reach out to someone, I'll reach out to the person, I will take a screenshot, I will say, thank you so much, I just reached out. If they don't reply, I will let you know. If they tell me to go to a specific networking event, I will go there, I'll take a selfie of myself, and I'll say, awesome event, thank you. Whatever it is, I will always show that I actually did listen and valued their time. And suddenly people will help you so much more because they just get it. You're serious and as soon as you can, you will help them back. Anyway, I try to keep those videos short, and I hope that my perspective about this skill will help people to fast track their journey towards their goals. And I truly believe that as an expat, you know, you need to live the best life possible. Like, it's pretty hard to be away from your family. It's hard to be, you know, to not be in your own environment, etc., etc. Like, I genuinely believe that we're supposed to kick ass here, and don't do it by yourself. Just ask for help, because here's the beauty: is that you will ask for help now, you will then get to where you're supposed to, and you will know that you got there because of the help you received. And I'm rambling now, but the beautiful thing is that the only right thing to do then is to help as many people as possible as well. I hope this helps. Yeah, let me know if there's a way for me to help. My chair is really making a lot of noise. Let me know down the comments if there's a way for me to help, and let me know what you think of the delivery of my information. Any feedback that can help me get better at making those videos. I have a true commitment to make a video a day for the next coming year, then evaluate exactly how much of an impact I have, and based on that adjust. So the more feedback I receive, the more you help me to, I guess, feel useful, and I think that's what it's all about anyway. Thank you as always. It's a pleasure. Cheers.